launch between Bruford Theatre School and Lewisham College. Today we'd like to show you a bit more about the partnership and how it benefits both the staff and the students. We're sorry you can't be here with us, but we hopefully would like to invite you soon. This is Azaria.
And this is Lakeisha.
And we're both on level 3 Performing Arts course. There are 3 creative courses that come out of this college.
Level 2 Arts and Design, Level 3 Production Arts, and Level 3 Performing Arts.
And they are all sourced by University Arts of London. So let's take a look at the action. Right now, there's a tech rehearsal going on in the theatre, so let's have a look.
As you can see, building, and now we'll go to.
Hi, Ian.
Hello.
This is the course director for the Production Arts course at Lewisham College. His name is Ian Schlitter. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much.
Good.
How are you?
I'm alright. I'm okay. So, what do you think about the collaboration between Lewisham College and Rose Bruford?
I think it's fantastic actually because we have Rose Bruford students coming in to work with us. We just had a guy from the MA Light Performance come and work with us this week, which has been amazing, helping us out with the lighting. This is Courtney.
So what about you, Connie? So what are you doing?
I am the deputy stage manager of this production at the moment, which means I am currently writing down every single cue. So I'm doing sound cues, lighting cues, and projection cues. So I've got to write down when they stop, when they start. Yeah, so basically I'm going through all of that right now. I'm about halfway through, but I love it.
Okay. So, what are you doing next year?
I am actually going to Rose Bruford to do a stage and events managing course.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll leave you to it then.
Thank you, guys. What makes the actors look good? Now, when we're going outside. Oh, look, there's some dark here. You can see they're practicing. Hello, guys. You have a moment?
Hello. Hi. So, what are you doing?
Practice for our show.
Oh, okay. So, how do you feel about Rose Bruford being here?
It makes me feel more confident as an actor, and it brings the performing arts department to life in our college. It's good to have more performing actors here instead of just us.
All right, that's good. Okay, we'll leave you to it then.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks so much. Now we're going to go to what we call the arts corridor, and that's where the live music is played. This is the workshop.
So this is where everything's created. There's props, as you can see here, and there's other things.
Hi, Reese. What are you doing?
Hi, I am working on the project She Kills Monsters as an assistant stage manager. I work alongside the deputy stage manager and the producer, and I work here in the workshop creating props for the projection.
Nice. So what are you doing next year?
Next year, hopefully this will take me into finishing up my ULA Level 3 diploma and going into Rose Bruford studying stage management and events.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm going to have where all the actors are. They're currently doing some rehearsals. I'm just going to see what they're doing.
All these costumes here for our show. Good. So quiet, there's a rehearsal going on. The lights on.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. Lights on. This is Sam, the course director for the Performing Arts course. How are you, Sam? I'm good. How are you guys? I'm okay. I'm all right.
So how do you feel with the collaboration with Lewisham College and Rose Bruford?
I think that the collaboration between Rose Bruford and Lewisham College is about, for Lewisham College students, it's about possibility. It's about looking forward and working with other young actors that are going into the industry and working together. We work collaboratively on projects, and they come do workshops, so that's really exciting. You are indeed going somewhere, aren't you? Where are you
Yes,
going?
I'm also going to Rose Bruford. I'll be doing the American Theatre Arts course, and you know what? I'm actually excited. You know, to take my journey to I want to continue my journey and be a better actor. So I can't wait.
Excellent.
Brilliant. Right, we'll leave you to rehearsing then.
Thank you very much.
Right, can you set the props back? Thank you very much. Thank you to get the... We're now going to talk to a Rose Bruford student who is here doing stage management. Hi, Emily. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, okay. Thank you. So, what does it feel like being here at Lewisham College?
So as a Rose Bruford student, it was like at first it was a little hard because we're away from campus and stuff like that. But once we got comfortable here, it's been lovely being here.
So what's going on in there?
Would you like to have a look?
Yes, yes. Have a look. Oh, wow. So, wow.
Welcome to Anarchia. This is our show that we're putting on at the moment. It's an anti-capitalist rave play, and it's done by level 5 acting students from Rose Bruford too.
Hey, so it's good in here. All right, well, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now it's time for you guys to see a video.
The idea is to create a go-to location, a destination where people can travel from the whole of London and maybe even further to come and train in the production arts.
The inspiration I got from Rose Bruford staff, they were really into raising aspiration for learners. We want to make sure that we get our learners to exceed their potential, not just achieve their potential, but exceed it.
Students who are here find the partnership with Rose Bruford really interesting and inspiring. We treat them like the young adults that they are. So we're getting them ready for that next step, but also the next step in their lives into business, into the world of work.
Working alongside Rose Bruford has impacted my studies in a way that I'd never thought of. Because they have a lot of experience, it enabled me to take that experience into my own learning.
What's really exciting about having this broader partnership is the potential for collaboration.
We've been brought in professional directors, lighting designers to get like a relationship working with them, good enough to be able to work with them outside of school. It's been super collaborative.
Put a whole new perspective onto performance for me. For the pathways that we want to go into and for the industry, it's good that we have this development now.
It's really important that we try and replicate the industry from day one. Having Rose Bruford on site, having industry professionals come in, there's this like harmonious family.
It's about learning what you feel is your way of expressing something.
To be able to have our own performance spaces and our own facilities that we can use is priceless. There's also a mentorship scheme and the students can learn from each other, so that's also a big advantage, I think, of being in Lewisham.
We really want to have people with a voice.
Well, that was quite wonderful. And I'd like to, I do hope that all of our guests was able to stream the video and to see it. And if, of course, if there was any issues, we can share that after the event. I would now like to hand back over to Asfa if there is any questions from our guests or comments or observations. If you'd like to just raise your hand or post a question in the chat and we will pick that up. Asfa, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jane. So as Jane said, please post any questions that you want to ask or raise your hand and try and answer it. But as people are thinking about their questions, I'm hopeful that at least I'll get one question. If not, no one.
We have got a question that has come in actually, and it says it's asking about some explanation around how the partnership really supports community organisations in Lewisham. So if you could reflect on that for us, please.
Thank you for that, Jane. So I think Lewisham Borough, as you may not be aware, but some of you who are part of Lewisham Borough, you will know that Lewisham Borough has got creative enterprise zones, and we have lots of opportunities at local level because it's a big part of Lewisham Borough, the creative and the performing arts. And if you look at Goldsmiths University, they specialize in that as well, and we've got strong partnership with them. One of the key things for bringing this partnership into our college is because we want to serve local communities. We don't just open up provision because we like it and we think it should be part of our college. We do very detailed analysis, something called labor market intelligence. We look at what are the future demands in terms of the industry needs. And from that analysis, then we look at what sort of courses we need to do. And there's a great local need in Lewisham Borough around that. And therefore we established that partnership, and it taps into lots of communities because there's so many different organizations around the creative industries that operate within Lewisham College, and we're building up relationships with them to make sure that our learners get the best out of it and our communities get the best out of it. And I know there's some funding available because because of the opportunities that are available within Lewisham College that we'll be tapping into and working with more and more local community groups to excel in this provision. Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, Asper. And I'm sure you'd also like to join me in just celebrating how proud our two fairly young and inexperienced students, how they took us through a great journey there to really show the integration of the partnership and what it means to them.
Absolutely. So that's one thing I wanted to add as part of my closing remarks was that, it's inspirational to see these young people, the way they presented Lewisham College and Rose Bruford partnership, taking us around the whole tour and the way they were articulating their experience and other people's experiences. So it's amazing. And that's what I mean when I talk about Lewisham College is not just about offering qualifications to these students. We want to develop them as good citizens, who can go out and contribute to their communities, and as people who will stand out, because I have got every confidence after seeing these students that the way they've operated and all the other success stories that they've shown us through their journey. And there are many more because you had exposure to a few of them today because of limited time. It's great to see, how these young people are going to go out of Lewisham College and do all greater things, because I always say it's easy to get qualifications. Some of my staff disagree with me. It's easy to get qualifications, but where our responsibility rests is what happens to these students when they leave this organization. We've got to look at the end point for these learners and do the best. I'm so pleased to see some of those exciting success stories today. It just makes us feel really proud of this partnership.
And just in that spirit, we would like to go back to the students for them to say a final goodbye, if we're all good with that. And on behalf of all of the staff at Lewisham College, thank you very much to our guests that have been able to attend. And if we can hand over now, thank you.
And there's another question that's been posted. Yeah.
Just if our students could bear with us for 2 minutes, please. Thank you, Asfa. So the question is, do you think the partnership will give access to new professional relationships for Lewisham through Rose Bruford's connections?
Absolutely, because the way this partnership works is that, if there are different community groups that Rose Bruford is working, because it's a joint partnership, we don't look at these are Lewisham students and these are Rose Bruford students. You could see that those learners are working together with each other. Like I've seen, I remember during the lockdown process, I was going out and about and I saw our learners joining through Zoom meeting. It was some of the Rose Bruford higher education students, and they were learning from each other. So there are many, many collaborative opportunities for us where Rose Bruford and Lewisham will be working on joint partnerships, and we'll be further excelling. The whole idea is to benefit our community, to benefit our residents, and above all, coming back to the diversity and inclusion agenda, that's absolutely critical to our mission. Thank you, Jane.
Wonderful, thank you, Asfa. And if I could now hand back to our students to say the final goodbye. Sorry, Jane, before you go, there is a comment in the Q&A from Liz Dart has kindly commented. She said, looking forward to seeing Lewisham College and Rose Bruford students taking part in our London Borough of Culture celebrations in 2022, which I'm sure we all are as well. Yes, wonderful comment. Thank you very much. And now over to our students.
Thank you for coming to our launch between Rose Bruford and Lewisham College. We will be able to invite you when the COVID restrictions have been lifted.
But now I've got to go rehearse.
Yeah. So we'll see you soon, hopefully. Thank you. Bye.
Well, if we are comfortable, Asper, I think we can say that we've come to the end of the event for this afternoon.
Thank you, Jen. I would like to thank you all of you for being part of this celebration event. I can see lots of names from our board members are here today. So thanks to Devon, Hilary and Robin. We really appreciate your time, and I'm sure you would have enjoyed the event today. You would have been able to see what this partnership brings to our college, what it brings to the community. As we always talk to our board members about how passionate we are for our communities, and lots of other members like Liz and all the others from the local council who've been part of this celebration, and not to forget our staff member who are a great asset of our organization and our students. So thank you so much for being part of this celebration, and I look forward to welcoming you to more and more partnerships and successful events like this. And I want you to be part of Lewisham College. You know, if you've got other exciting ideas and suggestions, especially the community groups who joined us today, that you want to work with us, please knock at our door. Our doors are always open, and we'll work with you to benefit our communities and benefit our residents, because that's what Lewisham College are passionate about. Whether you take staff, whether you take students, each and every one of us wants to do the best for our local community. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, guests.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great day.